Hello, hello, and let's look at something I just got this week. It's an older deck, an older edition, and it's of the Tarocchini by Mitelli, which is, it's been around a while. Tarocchino, Tarocchini, pretty much the same. The most recent one I think I got was the Lo Scarabeo. I don't think this sold very well. This was, for some reason, they put it in a shiny pack instead of I think they were playing around with manufacturing, and I think this was the second one in the Lo Scarabeo Anima Antiqua series. This one came from the estate of Holly Voley. eBay auctions, they're getting rid of her stuff because she's not here anymore. This is the Giuseppe Maria Mitelli Tarocchino from Grafica Gutenberg, 1978. So it's in a lovely box, slipcase, and it looks like a book. Very nice. This was kind of popular in the 70s to put historic decks in like book-like enclosures. This is printed in Italy. The booklet is very nice, but it's in Italian. No pictures, but you do see the copyright Grafica Gutenberg 1978 here. Printed in Italy. It has an ISBN, which usually indicates it's more modern. And I look at the staples to determine the humidity that's been involved. And these are not too bad. They're not rusted. They're not nice and shiny, but not too bad. We have this lovely brown ribbon that helps you retrieve the cards. Very nice. And this was what was kind of strange to me. I'll put this book aside. I love this. It's nice and sturdy too. You bang it against someone's head, knock them out. It came with these extra cards that are fairly flimsy, almost on regular paper, and it's only part of the passatempo game. And this is card 20. We have 21, 22, 23. There's 24, 25, 26. Put these in order. I didn't notice they were out of order. 26, 27, 28, 29, astrologia, 30, and then it jumps to 40. Why they did this, I don't know. This is not the complete passatempo set, and this is how it came. Very flimsy paper, maybe a thin cotton, maybe not. But if you want to see the whole deck, the only one I've seen that I actually own is the Il Nighello set. And it is very lovely. And we can look at that another time. Maybe the next video I'll devote it, because it is a very interesting deck. Even though it's not traditionally tarot. So yeah, it came with these, like just an aside, just on top. As far as I know, that's how it came. And this is the whole Tarocchino by Mitelli. The back is just a plain brown. Really nice sized cards, quite larger than the Lo Scarabeo. So I wanted to compare these to see if they've been cleaned up. What's the edition like? And yes, they've been very much cleaned up. The colors are different, I think. I don't know if this is just a different edition, different scan, but it's pretty much the same thing. If you notice the borders here, there's like some edges that are different. So I'm thinking these are different scans, maybe different editions of the original and the scans. So let's look at them, just a few of them, just to see the difference. I mean, look, the green. This is more almost pastel-like. Softer colors. And you notice the size, it's quite different. Maybe this was the size of the original scans, and maybe this is the size of the original scans. I don't know enough. See, I'm not afraid to say I don't know enough. Look at the colors here, completely different. Big differences. I mean, look at the blue there. So I don't know if this is recolored. Maybe this is based on the color of the scan that they had. But that makes it fairly fascinating in my book. This deck seems to have a lot more finer detail, like a copper engraving. This one I'm not so sure. It's almost like a slight cartoony ness to it. I mean, all the details are there, just the colors are all, look, there's completely different there. Yeah, the colors in the wings. So even that just made me kind of think like, how much was cleaned up, how much wasn't, you know. Look at that. This is, you know, typically a gypsy style garment. This so much as this isn't. Here we have a blood scythe. Here it's silver. Here it's cut off there. There's the pyramid there. Temperance. Again, that gypsy garb. The color of the vessel is different that's being poured into. Giallo. This one you can really see the lightning. It's a little different. The Hermit. There's Apollo. Angel Judgment. Yeah, even the garb there is different. And then the World. Atlas. And then I put together, I put them in the same order just so I could look at them. I mean, the colors are just very different, which really surprised me. Everything was, you know, all the details are fairly translated one-to-one for the most part. But the color differences, they're just... The color of the vessels change here, whereas here they're all red. The garment, here we have more pastel, here we have more vibrant colors. And I look at the cropping. I mean, it's nearly identical. See, like the very top of the crown, the feet are shown. King. There's Giuseppe Maria Mitelli. Dis E. That says dit. There's a little splotch there. Here, it switches. The coins are all in full color. Here, not so much. Yeah, all a color. You would think it would be like the way it was with the cups, but it's not. The Queen. Oh, look at all the money falling out. And then the King. Very interesting. I prefer the colors over here. I just think they're more vibrant. More to look at. Here you can hardly read that. This is Virtus Ardua. Virtus Ardua. Again, colors are different. You notice they go from Ace, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, Tarocchino, typical Tarocchino deck, 10. And then we have the court cards. So if you thought it was missing some, it's not. It's just how they're Tarocchino is. I mean, look how delicate the lines are here. Here, they're bolder. Queen. The King. And then, again, here you can barely read it. It says, Custos Custodiae. Custos Custodiae. Latin for, I don't know. Custos Custodiae. Belonging to? Like custodial? I can guess. Maybe root, Latin, come on. The swords is the last suit. 7, 8. I love the designs of them. It's like, what can we do with swords? Here we see curved swords, scimitars, and rapiers. We got a 10. Big sword. Page, big sword. Knight. Queen. King. Again, the red, I think the red is very regal, but then purple is also very regal too. Purple is usually associated with royalty because it's so difficult to a purple dye. So I don't know. I'm under the impression that it's just a different scan and coloring, and they didn't, that's the one that they drew from. They didn't make it up, which is what I was thinking about. So it's actually based on an original deck. I'm going to put these back in their little case. Mitelli. The Il Meninghello version of this Mitelli deck is in black and white with no color. I did not pull it out, but you know, I do have the other version. It's very lovely in itself. It makes it a whole new deck with just the outline because Mitelli did such a good job with the engraving and all. So, and the Passatempo, this is from 1690. So, and the Mitelli is from 1660. So, Passatempo came out a little bit later. This is the 1991 edition of 2000 from Il Meninghello. It's only 40 cards, so it's not a traditional tarot deck. So I think I'll talk about this next, and we'll just keep it going with Mitelli and kind of think about the wonderful work he left us with. Thanks for watching.